Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the 147th episode of PandTha Talks.
Hello.
And for anyone who's thinking Rory's probably just not good at counting, no, if you saw the stream last week, you saw an episode that's not going to air because of, unfortunately, just a corrupted video. There's nothing I can do about
Yeah,
it. It's
it's
unfortunate,
unfortunate.
but there's nothing I can do, sadly. Yeah, we're gonna try and keep up to date and get everything up and running. But we'll see how it goes. We have a lot to talk about. We have been AWOL last week, and then we've got this week's stuff as well. So there's a fair bit that's gone off. We've got stuff from GTA 6's announcement of when pre-orders are going live. We have loads of stuff to do with the Steam machine and Steam in general. A lot to do with unfortunate deaths within the industry as well, which is kind of sad. But
Huh.
then we'll also be finishing it off with some good news in gaming. But when we talk about deaths, for the most part, it will be talking about the good things they've brought in. There is one of them, though, that we definitely do have criticism over. However, they still have done some good for the industry over the years. So we'll go from there. Anyways, we'll start as we need to go on, and we'll start with GTA 6, as it's got an important update, and no, it's not been delayed again, which is some positive news for people who want to play GTA 6 anyways. As I stand by, I probably
For
will
people who
be.
will have the ability to play it, because apparently it's going to need a 70, 90, 700 gigs of RAM and six processors running simultaneously together.
Well, this is the thing. I'm sort of looking at the moment and going, well, it's been developed for consoles currently. PC always is a year behind from Rockstar. So by the time it comes out, I'll see how I feel about it. I might get it, I might not. We'll see. So, been several rumours suggesting GTA 6 would be delayed again. We've all heard them and all heard the jokes. But it seems like the November 19th delivery is definitely coming up. So, that's some good news. Pre orders will be available on the 25th of June 2026. So, 4 days from now.
They're getting desperate.
Now, what I find quite interesting regarding this, I was sort of sat there like, wait a minute. If they're now starting to release the actual pre orders, where's more footage, more gameplay, or anything like that? So I went along and decided to look at Red Dead Redemption 2. And it kind of answered my question. They released this video on the 9th of August 2018. They released Red Dead Redemption 2 on October 26th, 2018. In other words, they released gameplay or anything actually interesting 2 months roughly before release.
Yeah.
So,
It's asking people to
fortunately,
put a lot of faith in them.
yeah, unfortunately, we're not going to see anything that's going to give us like any real faith currently. I imagine they might drop another trailer on the 25th to announce pre-orders. If they don't, they are royally doing something wrong, but I think at the moment people will
I
pre-order
mean, let's
based
be
on the
honest,
name.
though. There's so many people that are so hyped for GTA 6.
Oh yeah.
They don't need to announce anything.
Well, true. It's only really
There'll
people
be
like
like a short
us.
ad that says that it's available for pre-order now, so that people see it and they have to spend less money
Yeah,
on the advertisement.
no spawn. It's quite sad to be honest, because people like us were like, no, we won't do that. But then, ironically, we have companies like Fable, the company that's making Fable currently. They dropped a 30-minute gameplay trailer. I don't know if I told you this. It was just like fully going through the Fable system. It was 30 minutes long. And
That's crazy.
that
Imagine
releases.
advertising your game.
I know, right? But that releases on the 23rd of February 2027. And that's dropping on every console and PC day one. So, if it's doable, what's the problem? Apparently, Microsoft Edge really does not like YouTube. I do not know what's going on here, but it's interesting. So, yeah, if Fable can do it, not to be funny, I'm pretty sure Rockstar is more than capable. Or at
They
least,
are, but they don't want to.
no. That is kind of the problem with it. So as this article actually says, there are no further glimpses at gameplay or cutscenes. The most current trailer was posted over a year ago. But that'll surely come soon. To maybe we'll see something new as ordering starts, which is exactly what we thought. Well, exactly what I said there. Importantly, we'll also find out the price of GTA 6. Many,
Oh, that's going to be
yeah,
disgusting to see.
that's going to be the biggie. Many have expected it to be one of the most expensive games releases of all time, with rumours suggesting it could be anywhere between $80 and $100, up to £75 for the standard edition.
And you know what they're going to be like as well. They're going to have multiple editions. You're going to probably see close to $200 for an edition, if not more,
See,
because they'll do some
online
bullshit
shit,
for it.
like they did
You know,
with.
extra money in starting kits and extra guns and cosmetics and everything. And let's be honest, we'll probably see a battle pass.
Probably.
Log into GTA so you can complete the given heist. You know.
Yeah, they've basically added like fucking. So you get the game, but then you also get Criminal Enterprise Starter Kit, which is literally just online content, or Great White Shark Card, which is just money for online. And then they
Meh.
got this shit, which I just so disagree on a base level.
Yeah.
It's so bollocks.
And this is what they have for GTA 5. Like, they're not gonna slow down with GTA 6.
No, of course they're not. They earned them literal billions. Why would they? From a company perspective, it is a stupid idea to not do it. From a
Yep.
consumer perspective, it's a load of bollocks.
Yeah, it just destroys the game.
Yeah. It's highly likely that there will be a special edition and or collectible versions too, and they'll cost more. However, that's not exactly new for games industry today, and many games already ask for steep prices for extra DLC, skins, or content. This should have neither. The only game I know that was GTA that had DLC content was GTA 4, and it was three basically smaller games. It was episodes of Liberty City, which I'm sure
Nice.
many people
Or
remember.
typical that they would have DLC for a game that is just a previous game.
Well, with GTA 4, what they did basically, you had the base game which was all about Nico, and then they made a separate game which was called Episodes of Liberty City, and it was two smaller games based within the same storyline, but it was about two separate characters doing completely different things. They were full fledged stories and they took a while to get through. But then eventually they released just the complete edition, which was all three built into one, which was how it should have been from the get go, in my honest opinion. But however, it is what it is. They were quite good, to be honest. I did like both of the DLCs. I thought they were actually really good, and they put a lot of time into them, which is surprising because you don't see that shit anymore. But that was the last time I saw them do DLC properly.
And you think about how long ago GTA 4 was.
Yeah, just yeah. That's all I can say to that. Yeah. Either way, this is a vital step into the release for a sequel 13 years in the making. That's just.
I mean, I don't know about you, Rory. I remember us talking about
the trailer.
the trailer.
Yeah, we were not impressed.
Not in the slightest.
I think when the gameplay trailer drops, we will have a look at it again. Because they've been working on it for what, like 2 years since that trailer? When was
Too
it?
long, mate.
Well, when was it? There it is. 2 years ago, and it dropped the 4th of December 2023. So we're
2.5 years now.
Yeah, we're coming on 3 years. And we have not seen another thing from what I understand. Let me just check. We may have missed things. They did a cover art reveal, Will. Cover art reveal.
Is that something we should concern ourselves with?
It's literally just, well, this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, wow.
Right. So
Aren't you
absolutely
happy?
Nothing of interest.
Aren't you just so happy that we looked at that? So we got GTA 6 trailer 1. Oh wait, we did get trailer 2. Was it trailer 2 that we looked at over a year ago? Because this looks familiar. I think we must have done. There was too many. Yes, it was because we looked at it because it was literally just all like cinematic footage.
Yeah, there was no gameplay footage.
Yeah.
And then we had the water physics that was very quickly broken down to show how shit it actually was.
Yeah. So that was a year ago. And now 2 days ago we got the cover art and that's it. So we've had 2 trailers and that's it. So yeah, I mean I suppose from a PC perspective, we're kind of okay because we'll see all the fucking trailers long before it releases.
We'll see plenty of gameplay footage long before it releases for PC.
Exactly. Don't get me wrong, I am very capable of like avoiding a lot of that shit, and I probably will for the most part. Because I wouldn't want story spoilers if I was going to go and play it. However, I want to first know if the story's going to be any good. So I'd basically wait for reviews and stuff to drop from actual people. Not
Yeah.
not these fucking journalists that don't know how to play games. Steam Machine pre-orders could start in days as consoles arrive and potential launch date slips. I thought this would be quite an interesting one, but yeah, apparently it could start pretty soon, within like the next week or so.
I think the price is the main thing that we're curious about.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I doubt you're gonna get your hands on one. It doesn't really seem logical given your PC.
Yeah, it's.
It's not like you do like a ton of traveling. If you traveled, it'd be fucking brilliant.
Oh yeah, 100%.
But then you also have the Steam Deck option for that.
Exactly. There's not really much of a point for me. I may pick one up down the line, a long way down the line, for like the back room or something. If I'm just like not well and I just want somewhere to chill, that works. That way I'm away from my PC. So
Yeah.
maybe, but we'll see. It's a long way down the line. There's been a lot of talk about the Steam Machine this year, mainly in a will it, won't it kind of way. The ongoing RAM crisis, lovingly called Ramageddon, I see why, I get it, I understand that, has had an impact right across consumer technology, and Valve is far from immune. However, after confirming that it was still on course to for a summer release, it looks like the console might only be days from launching. From pre-orders being accepted anyway. 2 clues have dropped in our laps that gives us hope that we'll hear more very soon. For starters, import listings have found that suggest Valve has received tons of new products in the last week. Posted on X.
Someone's doing some snooping.
Yeah. First Steam Frames imports arrive in Valve's warehouse. 6,400 kilograms, 6,391 kilograms, 6,392 kilograms, 12,647 kilograms. Wait, these are Steam frames. These are Steam machines.
Steam machines.
Jesus, they are getting a lot of Steam frames in. And Steam machines. Jesus Christ. That's impressive.
How do they know, though, that it's the Steam frames and Steam machines, you know?
Well, on customs, they do have to list certain things. So, for example, that's why it said virtual reality headsets and consoles, because that's the way they've got to list them through customs to get them through. So that's the only reason we know that bit. But it could be the HTC Vive, and it could be the Steam Deck. So, it's hard to say. But it's hopeful. VR's Brad Lynch, it claims the company has taken in tons of game consoles. It has also received a huge selection of virtual reality devices, it thought to be the Steam frame. On top of this, T3 has heard through the grapevine, not from Valve directly though, that it could get an announcement early next week. It might even be that we hear more this week about an imminent registration phase in preparation. Good idea, stopping scalping at the start. Speaking of stopping scalping, I think I told you I put my name down for. I put a reservation in for the Steam controller.
Not sure.
Well, basically, when I put it in, you get a reservation. You can see I put the reservation in on Friday, May 8th, 2026. My estimated order availability is by September 2026. To be fair, I clearly got in early because apparently there's a lot of people that are waiting till next year. So. I'd say I'm doing not too bad on that list. Only existing Steam account holders who have bought items over the years will be allowed to order one. Talking about the Steam machine Steam frame. That way it's running through this. And even then, it's like a ticketing system where you register your interest and will be invited to purchase later. That's a good way, though, to get rid of scalpers. They can't just make new accounts and order one.
Yeah.
This was introduced to reduce the likelihood that they'll all end up in the hands of scalpers. It worked for me as I got my Steam controller about a week or so after I successfully registered my interest. You clearly got in early. The big difference will be the price. Yeah, will be the price, of course. While we still have no official confirmation, the current speculation is that the Steam machine could be around $950, around £707 at today's exchange rate. And while that might seem steep, it's around the same price as the PS5 Pro, so it's all relative. If Valve has managed to keep component costs down enough to hit $950 while RAM and storage is 2 to 3 times more expensive today, I'll be pleasantly surprised in fact. After all, the Steam machine is targeting AAA PC gaming at 4K 60 FPS, while my current Steam machine Lite build, using a Geekom A7 Max, can only safely handle 1080p at 60 FPS, although that has recently been slashed in price. Thankfully, it doesn't look like we'll have to wait much longer to find out either way. He makes a fair point. Honestly, Rick Henderson, I think it is. Good article. It's rare for me to say that. It was well written. There was no unnecessary big words for no fucking reason.
And babble on about some nonsense either.
Yeah, and he got straight to the points. I'm happy with that. I might start coming to this T3.com. They seem like they've got pretty good articles. Oh, another Rick Henderson. Steam Machine launch could be just weeks away according to leaked regulatory findings. This was 2 weeks ago, and it was to do with an FCC filing suggesting that the Steam Machine could be launched sooner than expected, even before the end of June. I highly doubt it, but we'll see. Dates
very recent.
Yeah.
If you're saying end of June, we're now a week and a half away from the end of June.
Exactly, and his other article was like 5 days ago, where this one's 2 weeks ago. Dates have been found in the listing that could point to a release. So, yeah, it's pretty much the same thing. It's to be expected that this is how it's going to go for now. We're just going to have to wait and see, but we hope for the best. Redditor, as found by the Redditor, they will become available 29th of June 2029. What the fuck is this about? Internal photo, which presumably they reveal information that Valve doesn't want to public yet. Okay, whatever. It's definitely not going to be 2029, unless he mistyped 2026. Yeah, I guess it's possible. Anyways, hopefully we get more news soon.
Hopefully indeed.
Yeah, moving forward, we now have teardown pictures of the Steam Frame controller, and it looks like it could be pretty repairable. I thought you might appreciate
if Steam are going to make a controller, I imagine they're not going to make it like the console controllers where, it's basically impossible to fix. And even if you do fix it to some extent, it's probably still going to have stick drift.
Well, this is the interesting bit, brother. It says the Steam Frame the Steam Frame controller. The Steam Frame's the VR headset.
Oh, that's even better.
I thought you'd appreciate this knowledge. So they've actually said it could follow the Steam controller's footsteps. So apparently they're already really repairable. So if they make their VR controllers even more fixable, that'd be amazing. And this,
the pain I went through trying to fix the controllers I have for the headset now.
Well, from what we also know, if they've done with the Steam controller the magnetic thumbsticks, I would have to take a guess that the Steam Frame controllers have got to be the same. I mean, I don't recall seeing it, but let's have a quick look. Yeah, magnetic thumbsticks. So if that's the case, we could be talking really... Wait, I've just realised, that's an entire one component. So if your thumbstick dies, you just buy this bit of component board and stick it in. Take the screws out.
That's just how finicky is it to get into it.
Well, apparently iFixit, who are very well known for actually handling these sort of things, they have released a teardown model. which is literally just a complete view on how to dismantle one of these. Things could presumably still change. The main takeaway is that it looks like the controller could be pretty repairable. The pictures show internals made up of a bunch of multiple little PCBs, rather unlike the Index's giant finicky PCB chunk that requires a soldering iron for some repairs. It looks like the new one. That's the old one. That's what they're saying.
Even still, fuck me, to repair a VR controller.
Yeah, that was what the old headset was like. The HTC Vive. It looks like the new controller will have plenty of threaded screws too, and everything looks pretty easy to access. Yeah. So basically, it'd be like this.
As long as they're decent quality screws as well.
Yeah. So basically, you take that out, and then you just screw the new one in and connect up a cable. That would be amazing. Honestly. If it looks, that would be so fucking nice. So, news about Gabe Newell. He's bought a $70.8 million mansion in Florida.
So we went from a yacht to a mansion now.
Well, naturally, it has to have a dock for his super yachts. And a personal tunnel to the ocean.
Super yachts with plural, you say?
Oh, yes, plural. He also has a personal tunnel to the ocean.
What?
I don't know. I'm very intrigued.
What does that even mean?
I don't know. Oh, apparently this is it. Can I mute you? I can. Cool.
Hey, that's not very nice. Don't mute me.
Shush.
Hey.
I don't want to, like, look at how fucking big the house is. I just want to see this fucking way to go to the ocean. God, just looking at stuff like this makes me feel poor. Oh, I think I just saw it briefly. Yeah, so that'll be it.
Oh,
that's
pretty
it.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's disappointing. I'm very.
Yeah, I was expecting something a little bit more.
Yeah, I was expecting like glass that goes down into the water or something, so you could have a look around.
Yeah.
But no, fucking boring. UK escapes Nintendo price hike for once, but the rest of the world is less lucky. I think we expected it with every other thing going up in price that Nintendo was going to join. Nintendo has done exactly what has been predicted and announced price hikes for the Switch 2 and original Switch in a bunch of territories around the world, but there is immediate good news for the UK. It's not on the list. While Japan is getting small price hikes, basically across a range of Nintendo services, consoles and services, and the Switch 2 is becoming more expensive in the US, Europe, and Canada, the UK is absent from Nintendo's announcement, meaning its prices are staying the same for now. This is no guarantee the UK's prices will remain static forever, of course, but given that the non-Japanese price changes doesn't happen until the 1st of September 2026, it looks like the UK does have a stay of execution at least for a few months. That is unless Nintendo UK has a separate announcement planned for some reason. Oh yeah, of course they do. It'd be logical, obviously. That means for the meantime, it's about £400 for Switch 2. If you're curious about what the global price hikes are going to be, they're as follows. In the USA, the new price of $499.99 from $449.99. In Europe, it's pretty much the exact same. And Canada, it goes to $679.99 from $629.99. And in Japan, it goes up to 59,980 yen from 49,940 yen.
Or what? Rory can't.
Weird.
No. Rory can't read, is all.
Why can't I?
You said 49,940 yen. This is why I just said
no,
yeah. That's fine. This is why I just said that.
Rory just can't read. You're correct. So yeah, to be honest, each of around 10,000 yen is about £45. So 10,000 yen is £45.
Damn, they are quite a hike then, considering Europe only got a €30 increase.
Yeah.
That's only like 27 quid.
Yeah, and that goes up like £45. But would that be realistically if we did that? So 45 times
270?
Roughly? 270.
200. Yep. Which, okay. Never mind.
So it's a lot less than what everyone else is paying, I guess. But I guess it depends
on I guess things are different over there, aren't they?
Yeah, their market prices are different for things, and how their money works is different in general. But yeah, 1st September that starts kicking in. So I guess we'll start seeing what goes on from there. But it's difficult to say.
I'm sure it'll get worse again. They'll probably do another one.
Oh, definitely. So into some more interesting news. The video game market is as big as ever, with PC leading growth. Global games revenue surpassed the $200 billion mark in 2025.
Yeah, let's see how it goes when GTA 6 releases
That's what a
with
lot
their
of people are
fucking
thinking.
actually disgusting price tag that they're gonna have.
Yeah. The gaming industry is in a bit of a state defined these days by extreme consolidation, massive waves of layoffs as the pandemic boom fades into memory, and skyrocketing hardware prices we're calling the Rampocalypse. But that doesn't mean less money's going around. Quite the opposite, in fact, which is interesting. Their big reason for most of these people turning around and going, yeah, we're going to be getting rid of XYZ and getting rid of so many people is because we're bringing in less money. Except, as this has just said, it's bringing in over 9.1% more money than last year. Well, than 2024.
I mean, man, how many episodes have we had to cover layoffs?
Way too
And
fucking
taking the
much.
easiest example of Microsoft, and we looked at their profits compared to previous years, and then the year that it would have been when we were reading about the layoffs
Oh, yeah.
was substantially larger, and yet they're letting people they're letting people go. Like it doesn't add up. And we were
No.
saying this every single time. All the companies are making more than enough money, but the thing is, they fire people, and then they can add the money they would have had to pay them to their profits to make the number seem even bigger. To
I mean,
then be like, great, that means now I can put even more money in my pocket.
yeah, I mean, I know for a fact there's basically this thing currently where Microsoft are going to be letting a lot of people go and closing a lot of studios. And their simple reason behind it, according to what's been stated, is pretty much it comes down to consolidation of these studios that aren't going to be following what they're pretty much after. Personally, I think they should just release them, let the studios go back to being independent.
If someone wants
However,
to buy them.
however, I don't think they get the tax write off for it that they're looking for. That's a personal
Hmm.
opinion, but that's how it looks. It's unfortunate, but it is the truth. And there are a lot of studios that was in that list that actually announced new games at the Xbox Showcase this year. So it's quite confusing, really. But we'll see how things go. So yeah, a quarterly global games market report was published last Thursday by gaming market research firm Newzoo, and that states that the global games market closed 2025 at $201.6 billion last year, 9.1% year over year, crossing the $200 billion threshold for the first time. This surpassed prior estimates from Newzoo and is despite weaker than expected performance from Nintendo and generally modest console market growth.
Of course, Nintendo would say that.
In other words,
They just want more.
well, yeah, it's all Nintendo is. In other words, PC led the charge with Newzoo's strongest record growth rate so far, $43.6 billion, 12% year over year. The report reckons the sheer variety of popular games across different price points is responsible. Full price mega hits like Battlefield 6 were balanced out by acclaimed cheaper games like Clair Obscur. Microtransactions are a big slice as well, with games like Roblox raking in cash. Yeah, I know, I agree with you.
Ridiculous.
May I also actually, I just want to quickly divert a bit onto a different point here. So regarding this price point, there's been another lawsuit raised against Valve, and I plan to
Another.
mention this a little more next week, but I just want to hit this point home a little bit. So this one's going to be raised by Denmark. As I said, we will go over this a bit more later next week. But basically, the reason I'm so pissed off about this and the reason I'm bringing it up, their big thing, just like with the UK's lawsuit against them, is it's claiming that they're keeping prices high. Now, I don't know how many people have looked on Steam before and actually looked at game prices. That was completely ironic timing.
That's pretty convenient.
Yeah, so the reason I bring this up anyways is because, for example here, Gothic 1 Remake. It's released on Steam now. It's at £42. I don't know how much it's going to be on Xbox or PlayStation right now. What was it called again? Gothic 1 Remake. Let's see. Can I pick it up for that? Yeah, it's going to cost me £50. What about PlayStation? How much is that going to cost me on PlayStation? Let's have a look. Yeah, can you
Any day now.
let me see instead of like stuck loading? For fuck's sake, what the fuck? PlayStation, are you this glitched? Oh, yeah, yeah, sure, whatever. £50. So this is sort of my point. You may claim Steam is keeping prices up, so why aren't you guys going after consoles that are literally charging higher prices than what Steam is charging for them? I can't quite get that. Especially when, if you figure it out, a lot of developers are the ones that choose what the price is going to be. So I can't really get my head around it personally. It's a bizarre argument. It really is.
What can you
Anyways,
say about it, bro?
yeah. Anyways, I'll get back
It
to
just
you.
feels like everything that is happening isn't even being done for the consumer anymore. It's just to make more money. Like we're talking about more remakes because they can't make original concepts anymore. We're talking about microtransactions because apparently that's all any company cares about. They release a crap game and then just fill it with microtransactions that make it seem good because it's a bunch of glittery items. And then we get games that never get finished but get shitloads of DLC into them.
Yep.
Because that's more profitable than finishing the game.
Yeah, I mean, technically, a game that's already finished, but it still runs true. Look at Call of Duty's fucking cosmetic sales.
I mean, that's just another one of those that are a prime example of what not to do for a game.
Yep.
Like, they release the same shit every year. They release the same shit every year, but with fuckloads of cosmetic items.
Yeah, it's just insane. So, I've already read that bit. For comparison, console revenues were a bit higher at $44.7 billion, but came with a much smaller growth rate of 2.8% year over year. As you might expect, mobile revenues were still highest, over double of what PC or consoles brought in, with a whopping $113.3 billion. You know, every year we read an article very similar to this, and every year that figure hurts.
Yeah.
Its growth rate remains just under that of PC. You can read the full analysis in the report. We look at that report most years, but I think this year we're actually going to take a year off because I think we'll just stress ourselves out. So fuck that. Anyways, this is some of the sad news that I was talking to you about. So,
Yeah.
Claude Guillemot, co-founder of Ubisoft, has died in a plane crash, unfortunately.
Jesus.
It is quite sad to see. It is quite unfortunate. We do give Ubisoft a hell of a lot of flack. However, we would not hope this on anyone. And at the end of the day, he has done a lot in the industry. So, of all the CEOs at Ubisoft, the guys who've run it for so many years, they did do well for many years. And we have to take that into account. They were some of the first to push some of the mainstream titles that kind of revolutionized a lot of what gaming became. So in their early days, they did a lot for the industry. And I can never take that away from them, even if I'll give them shit nowadays. What they did do in the early days really did define gaming as something that could bring new people in. I mean, I can't name the amount of Assassin's Creed games that did bring people in. And to be honest, as much as I hate the newer ones, they still do. Not my cup of tea. I'll never touch them, and I despise them with a passion. However, they do bring people in. I've got to give them that. And
you'll always hear people talking about Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, I don't think that'll ever change. And while there's a lot to criticize, they have done so much. And pretty much the reason I wanted to bring this up is because I do want to give him his fair dues. As much as I may disagree with a lot of what him and his team have done and the CEO have handled, they still have done so much, and it is an unfortunate loss of life. He's done so much good for the industry. He's done a lot of bad, but he's been a part of such major changes, and nothing more can really be said. I hope the family are well. I hope everyone's doing okay during that time. But it says here, Guillemot co-founded Ubisoft in 1986, along with his brothers Michael, Christian, Gerard, and the publisher's current chairman, CEO, Yves. Yeah, one of them.
Who knows?
From its origins as a software distribution business, Ubisoft grew into one of the biggest video game publishers and has developed a numerous world-renowned series, including Assassin's Creed, Far Cry, and Rainbow Six. And love them or hate them, you've got to give them that. They have pulled a lot of...
I mean, all their earlier games definitely did insanely well.
Oh, massively.
Rainbow Six had its own following, Assassin's Creed has its own following, and so did Far Cry.
Yeah.
And you'd always hear people talking about them.
Exactly.
Maybe not so much these days, because, you know, the releases have been absolutely horrendous, and Ubisoft basically went under.
Yeah.
But in the earlier days, especially Assassin's Creed, with the amount of games they had, they did very, very well.
Yeah, and Far Cry 3 even now is looked back on what to do in a first-person shooter because they nailed so much of it perfectly. Rainbow Six is still looked back at on how to do a tactical shooter correctly. And
yeah.
It's impressive to even now have that sort of shit and people look back at it and go, this is what we're aiming for. I mean, look at Splinter Cell, Rainbow Six Splinter Cell.
Oh, yeah.
That entire series, even now people talk about it and go, I want to either replay them or I really, really want to sit down and make a game that's like similar to it in that sort of style. Because the stealth mechanics, even now, are stuff that people look for. So it's amazing what they've done over the years, and honestly, hats off to them in that regard. It's probably one of the few times you'll hear me talk nicely about Ubisoft, but it's the truth of it, to be honest with you.
Yeah, things he did 10 years ago.
Yeah, it's sad, but it's true. Unfortunately, we did also get a second loss, and this one hits close to home. Bobby Prince, the legendary music composer behind Doom and Wolfenstein 3D, has passed away. And this man literally defined generations. The music he made back then is still used to this day. I mean, how many things have you seen that Doom has been like ported over to? We've had
everything that has a fucking digital screen.
Yeah, we went over this one day, didn't we? There was pregnancy tests.
Yeah.
Calculators, Samsung smart
anything that can display something will have had Doom on it at some point in time.
Yeah, that's just the insane part. And the best part I always find about it is 9 times out of 10 they bring the audio with it.
Yeah.
That one then bits of music that this man made is still going in the most obscure ways physically possible. And it is an absolute loss. However, the man clearly lived one hell of a life. He did such amazing things. And he is clearly very well known for it. An absolute masterclass. And it's amazing to hear that he basically made such great tunes.
He's 81 years old.
Yeah, 81. He lived one hell of a life. News came from in the form of an obituary that was posted to Legacy. Those closest to Bobby knew him not only for his extraordinary achievements, but his kindness, humour, humility, generosity, creativity, and deep love of family. Whether composing music, telling stories, playing guitar, sharing laughter, or offering encouragement, he approached life with gratitude and a open heart. Which, that's, to be honest, what you'd like to be known for.
Oh yeah, man.
Prince developed sound effects and music for dozens of classic PC games. This will be interesting, including Doom, Doom 2, Wolfenstein 3D, and more. His music for Doom in particular remains one of the most celebrated video game soundtracks in Medium's history, making it into the US Library of Congress's National Recording Registry. Talk about an achievement. It's full to bursting with homages to the day's en vogue heavy metal bands like Metallica, Judas Priest, and Diamond Head. His work can be found all over the games by id Software, Apergy, and 3D Realms in the 90s. Lesser known examples include Blake Stone, Biomenace, and certain episodes of Commander Keen platformers, and he worked alongside composer Lee Jackson on both Duke Nukem 3D and Rise of the Triad. Jackson posted about Prince's passing on Blue Sky, saying Prince was a teacher, a mentor, and a friend. We worked together so well on Duke Nukem 3D that we could anticipate what the other was going to do next, he said. And if it weren't for him, I'd probably be stuck in a tech room somewhere still. You're definitely missed. Co-founder of id Software Tom Hall also said a few words on Blue Sky. His music legacy will live on, making inspired music for Commander Keen, Wolfenstein 3D, Doom, countless others. A true legend and such a nice man. Great musician, wonderful, fun-loving man. Nothing but happy memories of him. A loss to the world. It's amazing to hear how much people loved the man. John Romero. Everyone at Romero Games is deeply saddened to learn about the passing of Bobby Prince. He left an incredible mark in the games industry and on my life. It's so rare to hear everyone in the industry pipe up and talk nothing about positivity about someone, but clearly he earned respect.
Let's be honest, man. You would recognize doing music a mile away.
Oh yeah,
if you heard like a single note.
Yeah, you could play a single note off a fucking calculator. I would know what the fuck it is straight away.
I'd say there's very few people that didn't recognize doing music.
And I thought, as sad as those two articles were, we needed to visit them moments and just express some sincerity on what they've worked on, what they've done for the industry, and just like have a bit of a look back. And I thought that would be quite interesting. So, this one's a bit of an interesting one. Warning to all weebs. Casper Sky says hackers are distributing malware via anime girl wallpapers on Steam Workshop's Wallpaper Engine. To which PC Gamer subtitled this article with, "Is nothing sacred?"
Oh god.
Which I just find hilarious. So yeah, apparently, certain Wallpaper Engine wallpapers, they are being hit with malware. So overall, all I can unfortunately say to you is, be careful. Unfortunately, there's no way to like fully go through this without the developer of Wallpaper Engine putting some like full work into adding like a virus scanner or something. It's very much just a case of waiting. It says here,
like more stuff like that doesn't happen on Wallpaper Engine, to be honest, given what it is.
Same, honestly. It says here though, now I'm sure you're curious as to which wallpapers are affected. Is there potentially a visual theme that unites them? Well, Casper Sky did include a number of screenshots involving blushing anime women, which perhaps says it all. I really don't know how to feel about that one comment. That one comment alone has just destroyed me mentally. Anyways, that's really all I've got in that regard. So I'll bring it back with some good news for the end of this episode, or at least what we can classify as good news according to this. So we've already talked about Rockstar Games and their announcement for pre-order. However, there's some other news, and I did hear about some of this, but I plan to talk about it a little later in another episode. So Epic Games launcher overhaul. Epic Games is completely rebuilding the Epic Games launcher, promising it will boot up 5 times faster. They're also adding a lot of the features that Steam has. Funny how that works, isn't it? Massive Unreal Engine 5 update also introduced a major Unreal Engine update that runs twice as fast, specifically on the upcoming Nintendo Switch 2, opening door to smoother, high-fidelity gameplay. They're also apparently combining Unreal Engine 5 and Unreal Engine Fortnite editor into one to become sort of like Unreal Engine 6. So basically just putting everything together into one package. Classic COD titles are returning. Activision announces that Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2 are officially making a return, coming to PS4 and PS5. Guess we've already got them on PC. Unless you want to give us some updated graphics.
Have you heard about the Call of Duty games?
What about them?
The earlier ones, so pretty much anything going up to Black Ops 2, I believe.
Yeah.
Is full of hackers that fully get into your system.
Oh,
At least
you're
on
talking
PC.
about that. Yeah, I know.
Like
about that.
anything Black Ops 2 and before. Like, it's gotten worse. Like, you used to go in and, like, it'd be a bit AIDS, or it'd be the guy would just be, like, fucking going crazy, but, like, still sometimes give the menu to people or whatnot. But now it's just so much worse. Like, they don't care anymore. They're either just completely destroying the lobby, making it unplayable for everyone and anyone involved, or just straight up, like, full malware into your system and doing whatever they want.
Unfortunately, brother, it's not just them ones and below Black Ops 2. It's also this one, World War 2. That's the reason I brought this one up. I've known about this for a little while now, but there's not really much I can say regarding it other than if you're playing, keep to friends only sessions and close the match. Do not let outliers look at it. Don't let anyone be able to see it. Any of that shit, because they will just inject malware and you'll be done for. But yeah,
it's crazy though. Like, the Call of Duty games are ridiculous as it is, like the older ones, given the prices of them. But now it's like there's not even a point because you're just gonna lose your system.
Yeah, and they're not bothering to update them, which is the annoying part. So yeah, it's very much just a waiting game, and I say mild annoyance, just fucking agitating. The next thing that we have, apparently, is Stellaris celebrates 10 years. The acclaimed sci-fi strategy game Stellaris is celebrating its 10th anniversary with a free weekend on Steam and a 70% discount on all its DLCs. So out of curiosity, let's have a look here. Here it is, Stellaris. Yeah, so not to be funny, not my sort of game by default, but 86% positive out of 75,929 reviews.
Jesus.
That is some.
We have seen a lot of games this year that have done well.
Yeah, I'll be honest. To say that we started this year going, I don't think there's going to be anything releasing that's going to actually do too well. We haven't really had anything that's been full on horrendous, apart from I think like one, maybe two.
There'll always be some.
Yeah, but this actually.
But we were expecting a hell of a lot worse.
Yeah, I genuinely argue this has probably been like one of the better years we've had in a while. And now GTA 6 is going to drop, and it's going to be the buggiest mess that's ever released, isn't it?
No, I mean, I hope so. You know my thoughts.
Oh yeah.
I want to see it crash and burn.
But
I'm so sick of the same fucking game
100%.
between GTA or Call of Duty. It's just release after release, just the same crap. No offense to anybody who loves it.
Yeah, at the end of the day, everyone's got their own opinions, but this is just how we sort of view it, to be honest with you.
There's just not enough different, you know?
No, exactly. I'm just having a quick nosy here. So this is the upcoming list according to me. I do need to be a bit more careful because I recently verified my age on Steam. Dangerous idea, I know, but I thought, fuck it. So Sand releases officially on Monday, tomorrow, apparently.
Yeah, that got delayed.
Yeah.
From the 10th, I think it was meant to release, but that was just due to server issues. They wanted to fix that, so if it stays at that, then respectable.
Yeah. I just hope that is the truth, and when it drops, it's not just going to be a load of crap. But we'll see.
Yeah, as I said to you, whenever I played a playtest, which was, in fairness, I think over a year ago, the game was permanently on 10 to 20 FPS.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping it's not going to be. What? Dr. Pigeon Simulator? What the fuck? Okay, whatever. Moving on. Why the hell would you want to play esports match? Echoes of Ironcrad drops on July 9th, which I know a lot of people are quite hyped for. As does Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced. Palworld 1.0 drops on 10th of July.
Oh man, what a bunch of guys Palworld are.
What the fuck?
I love what they did to Nintendo.
Oh, same. Apparently, by the way, there is an update on the Nintendo lawsuit, which we'll cover a bit further into the week. But you know what I mean by that. But basically, apparently, from what I've read, Nintendo have had to change their lawsuit to point back to historical Palworld actions and mechanics because they would now lose the lawsuit if they focused on what Palworld now is. So They're really struggling a bit. Ooh, forensics. Become a forensic specialist in a realistic crime lab. That's my sort of game. I could get behind that. 13th of July 2026. I mean, as long as it's not like half-assed and there's like fuck all to do, I could sit in that and play that for a while. Okay. I'm pretty much just having a quick nosy down, just see if there's anything that stands out to me personally. Game about chopping trees. Wow. Shell shock. You're a British World War One soldier trapped in an endless looping trench in space. Oh, it's basically like fucking It's like that.
One of those 3 games.
Yeah, which is unfortunate because that could have been so amazing. Bookbinding. Well, that's not my sort of thing, but I think I know someone who would like it. Yeah, that's another one of them work together things. Fixer Undercover. I've actually been waiting for this because I would like a new VR puzzle game because I do enjoy them. I played the demo.
A game about chopping trees.
Yeah. From what
I presume that VR one isn't co-op as well?
Unfortunately not, from what I know. It's just like a puzzle.
So
I know. Because a puzzle escape room that's co-op, I think, would be a masterclass in VR. Well, to be fair, isn't that... what's it called? Escape something or other. I forget the name of it.
Probably Escape Together, let's be honest.
No. I'm pretty sure it's called Escape. Is it Escape Simulator?
Oh, Escape Sim.
I think this has VR.
Was this the one that I picked up all the books and then proceeded to blurt them all out in an instant?
Possibly. I mean, you'd have been playing with...
Is he still on Scum right now?
He is. Mr. I installed it. Yeah, it's VR supported.
I mean,
I do like a nice escaping thing and having to think through puzzles. I do find them quite interesting.
Yeah, just for a quick laugh.
Yeah. But yeah, it seems like there's a few good bits coming. Nothing...
I do need some more achievements in it, Rory.
Oh, cool.
Wait a minute. I don't have the achievement finish one room. That doesn't seem right.
I think this is sort of the thing for the year, though. And sort of the theme for it as well. There's nothing that's perfect. There's no game that like fully stands out as this is going to be their next big game. However, there are lots of little games that seem like there'll be some good fun and that you can get a few hours out of and enjoy yourself in. That aren't going to be breaking the bank.
We've had a lot this year, and we've had on both ends. You know, you've had some bigger titles like the Battlefield 6.
Yeah.
And that's done really well for itself. Yeah. And then you've had a lot of smaller titles, like a lot of indie games have been coming out that have been really good.
Oh, damn. Battlefield 6 has actually sat at mixed reviews at 67% positive. What happened? Save your money, hate this game, it's bum cheeks, whatever the fuck that's about. I've not been leveling up all week. That was posted today. Really like this game, but I got banned for having my username as Bendover, which, given the age rating of the game, is insane. Game could be a hit and miss. No support for Linux. That's pretty normal. Keeps crashing. Just remember, if you type the phrase "never forget" when discussing others are discussing 9/11, your account will get a 7-day ban. Waste your time with this game. Non-hateful and respectful speech. So it seems a lot of people are getting speech bans.
So they're just complaining about they did some stupid shit and then only did they got punished for it?
Some people, yeah. Single player campaign is great fun and looks amazing. That's where it ends. Jump into multiplayer game. The servers are full of players using cheats and hacks. Enemy players being inside your HQ and spawn point. The multiplayer servers have no skill/leveling matching. No shit, it's Battlefield. Starting as a new player, you're put with players at level 100 plus. No shit, it's Battlefield. Who have all the unlocks. No shit, it's Battlefield. Even now, when the game is £30 on Steam, I have still requested a refund. You've got 11.8 hours, you're not going to get it. The online multiplayer is unplayable for any new player. No, it's fucking not. You just get better. It's really not that difficult. The cheating, yeah, fair enough. That's fucking...
It is one of those games, like, people... It's probably Call of Duty players coming over where it's hit scan, and they don't realize the Battlefield isn't hit scan. Bullets have travel and drop.
Yeah.
And they probably don't like that.
Oh, a lot of them.
No offense to them.
Oh, offense.
But let's be honest.
Massive offense intended. Get your 7-year-old ass off this game. Anyways, but yeah, that's all really I've got to discuss this week. Is there anything you would like to add, sir? Or anything you'd like to discuss?
No, I just grind achievements, man.
I know you just grind achievements. I mean, I've even been joining in on the achievement grinds as of late.
Yeah, it's fun. It just gives us something to do, and then we get to sit and talk some crap at the same time. Sorry, I'm choking on a hiccup.
It's fine, which is what we do mildly professionally at this point. But yeah, I think, to be honest, we should do pretty well as things go on. But yeah, I think that's, with everything, yeah, that's all that we've got. So yeah, I'm happy to end the episode here now. In that case, thank you all very much for watching. If you have enjoyed, feel free to like, follow, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff, and join the Discord that is down in the description. We are starting to host servers and stuff, which me and Will have sort of been playing through occasionally on different games. If more people do start joining and are interested in joining in on games like Scum, etc., we're more than happy to open up a server to a couple more people and have a bit of a laugh. I think it'd be interesting. There would be rules based in, but you know. But yeah, that's pretty much what we're doing over there at the moment. And also you can ask us questions about what we think about said game, what we think about different drops. Have we got any plans? Do we have any plans to interview anyone else? Which we may do, we may not. But that's for us to know.
Forgot about that, actually.
But yeah, that was...
It's okay, Roy. It's time to sign off.
Yeah.
It's time to sign off.
Thank you all
Oh,
for
no.
watching. We'll see you all next time.
Bye for now, guys. See you next week.